Welcome. As you can see, today we are playing The Incredible Hulk from 2008, based on the movie by the same name, one of the first entrances of the MCU in the mainstream after Iron Man. Now, most of the people that have been a part of this channel for some time know that I've made other videos on this game, mostly on the PC port, by modding it and adding characters, or simply retexturing characters. Because the PC port and the PS2 and Wii ports, which are basically the same port, are very low fidelity. They look awful. They're missing a lot of stuff like shadows, extra physics in the engine, and secret characters or costumes or whatever you want to call them. So I've made some for the PC port, like Red Hulk, Joe Fixit, and then a few that are in any port. They're not in any port, it's just fan-made creations like Venom, Bane, etc. The PS3 and Xbox 360 ports are better. The physics engine has more detail, it has more shadows, had extra fidelity. The character models don't look like something from 2001, right? And it's apparent even on this screen compared to the bad port. But today I'm not doing any mods. I am gonna play through the game because it's a big part of the channel, and I think it's about time that we play this through from beginning to end. So let's immediately just jump into it.
My name is Bruce Banner. I'm trying to stop a monster.
In pursuit, sir! Banner has a good lead.
Stay on him, Captain. He must not escape.
Yes, sir.
He's entered the factory. We'll smoke him out.
Okay. As you can see, we're using the Hulkbuster armor. I'm gonna need to refamiliarize myself with the controls. And the game is gonna tell me shit, but I would rather just do it like we did it back in the day. You press buttons and you figure shit out. Because it's been a while since I played this game. Right. Now, for those of you that don't know, this game and the movie that it's based upon are not very well regarded.
Holy cow! Go live! Go live! Our bullets are worthless! Losing on target.
Yeah, sometimes I lose my train of thought, especially when playing games. I like to stay focused, you know, but back on track. The game and the movie are not very well regarded. The game specifically just uses some of the systems established in Ultimate Destruction, which is, in almost everyone's opinion, the best Hulk game ever. Because of the sandbox nature, the amount of stuff Hulk can do, right? This game has only a fraction of that. His skills, the way he uses environmental objects, cars, everything, right? There are stuff that made it from that game, and I'm pretty sure that that game is an inspiration for this one. It's clear in some of the moments. But that game is definitely better, right? It's not crippled by movie licensing issues. You know, it has its own story with characters, you know, voice acting, which doesn't lend movie voices because it's not a movie game. It's not a movie tie-in like this one. And as much as I love Edward Norton, it just feels like he's phoning it in a little bit in the game. Not just him. The other voice actors. Right? And the gameplay doesn't feel as tight when it comes to controlling Hulk. And just overall fluidity of the gameplay as compared to Ultimate Destruction. Right? Look at this. And you're stuck in that move. You're stuck and you cannot move in the air while you're doing this. Which is decent traversal, but in Ultimate Destruction you can do 2 of these forward fists and you can dash in the air, right? A lot of the movement from Ultimate Destruction is missing, right? Wall running, wall bouncing while you're running. Some of the environmental, I guess, attacks you can perform. Not just attacks, but uses of the environment, of cars and buses, skateboarding on fucking buses, right? It's clear that this game used it as inspiration, but is missing a lot. I don't know if it's because it's a tie-in game, because the developer, you know, was lazy or just didn't have the ability to do it. I don't know, right? And I honestly don't really care. It's not the worst game out there as far as a whole game goes. I'd say it's decent, right? There aren't a lot of Hulk games in existence, so there's not much to compare it to. The only 2 other games that come close to this are Ultimate Destruction and the 2003 game. That's also a tie-in game to a movie, but it doesn't follow the movie. At least not exactly. And that one is not bad either, but that one is more of a linear beat-em-up game, unlike this, which has an open world. And I'm just destroying everything because I'm Hulk, right? Why would I not? I don't have my sprint yet, which would make this early game go a lot faster. But like I said, it's a decent game. Can't expect a lot from it, but it has a decent number of secret characters or costumes or whatever you want to call it that you can play as. I'd say a few good amounts of Easter eggs, you know, and some pretty famous Marvel locations that you can visit, you know, the Stark Tower, a few others. There's comic books to collect. It's not a completely empty game, right? You can probably rush through the story in, I don't know, 5-6 hours, maybe, if you're just going through it, mission to mission, not really going through the city and doing this, you know, because playing as Hulk, I like to destroy things. And again, I want to say that even though it's a movie tie-in, it doesn't follow the movie exactly. Otherwise, the game would be pretty short. So it has bosses and characters that were not in the movies, like the UFOs, by Beast and a few others. And it has characters that are not in the movie at all. Like Blonsky using this mech thing. Oh, so this is the... okay. Just destroy this shit. I want to destroy everything. See, he locks into a target. And you can move afterwards. Weird. That they take your control when you should have. Especially in the air, right? This game is lacking a lot of movement options, which can get annoying sometimes. And as far as first levels and first boss goes, this is really simple. Right, I've barely lost any health, and there's no difficulties, so you can't change the difficulty if the game feels too easy, although there are some cheap missions. As far as first missions goes, pretty simple, right? Easy.
Something attacked us in there, General. It was not a gorilla. If Banner knows what it was, I'm going to find him, I'm going to put my foot in his throat, and then I'm going to ask him.
That was Banner.
You're going to have to explain that statement, sir.
Banner's work was a tangent of biotech. That's our engineering solution. Banner was working on a biological one to improve the man instead of the equipment.
You telling me he becomes that thing at will?
I don't have to answer that, soldier. Banner was brilliant. One in a generation, but he's a scientist. He's not one of us.
No, why not just take the data to someone else?
Because he is the data. As far as I'm concerned, that man's whole body is property of the Army.
Yeah. I don't have any of my skills yet, so... But like most other Hulk games, you can hold down the jump button to jump higher, although at this point it's not very... It's not very high. It's not a very high jump, right? You can climb. And as you climb taller buildings, he gains momentum and speed and starts climbing higher. You unlock a sprint, eventually. This is your only air movement. Right? And as I said, you can unlock skills to pick up blocks from the ground, turn cars into boxing gloves. There's containers to pick that upgrade your health and rage meter. There should be one in the park, right? Maybe not in this park. Yeah, not having to sprint this early is not cool.
What?
And our jump is very short. Oh, there's also the jump challenges. I don't know if I mentioned those. You know the yellow rings around the city that you jump through? I'm gonna try and find one. Oh, there's a canister. This is a rage canister. There's 99 throughout the city. When you collect a number of them, there's 100 in total on the map, and as you collect number after number, I don't know what intervals, is it 10 intervals or what, your rage meter gains more bars. Same with the health meter. Trying to look for a jump challenge. It's been a while since I played the game, and I've completed it 100% on PC, right? I know exactly, or I knew exactly where everything was. Jump challenges, canisters. There's also mini games, right? That include jumping, rings, jumping just building to building, not touching the floor. Or not the floor, but the ground. Where's the jump challenge? I want to show at least one jump challenge. There's mini games for destroying stuff. Alright, so even after you finish the story, or not just the story, but the side missions as well and all the other stuff, there's side activities that you can do to fully clear the game. Get some higher ground. Sometimes these buildings have canisters. You can normally hear them. They have a little audio cue. Oh, there's a jump challenge. See, this is a jump challenge. So you just do this. Boom. There's 15 throughout the city. Some a little tricky, that you need to jump from a taller building down to one shorter and hit the ring on your way down. There's some that you need to jump straight up, but you need to upgrade your jump, and you upgrade your jump by doing the jump challenges. So you need to find technically the right ones for your current ability, as you might encounter one that you're not able to complete. But this is basically it. This is the fundamentals of the game that you need to know. Alright, I think we can end it at this. The first mission, little small introduction. And I hope I catch you all in the next one. I'm gonna be using different characters, you know, throughout the story. I'm not just gonna stick to this one. As we unlock more, I'm gonna switch them in and out. There's 15 of them. There are a few that you cannot use until you clear the game. One is Abomination. If you've watched the movie, you know that is the big villain of the whole thing. And until you beat him, and he's the last boss, you cannot use him. He is the final boss, the final mission of the game, and probably one of the last unlockable characters that you're gonna unlock. The other one is Ironclad, who has two prerequisites, I guess, to unlocking him. One is having a UFO kill one of their allies. That's in their boss fight. And then the second prerequisite is completing the game, or the story, basically. So those two are the last characters you're gonna unlock. But with that said, hope I catch you all in the next video.